Okay, there's a few things I want to go over with. I got a few scriptures here. The Bible had a comment that kind of ticks me off sometimes, and it shouldn't tick me off. But in Psalm 78, 5 through 8, it says, "For he issued his decree to Jacob, he gave his law to Israel. He commanded our ancestors to teach them to their children, so the next generation might know them, even the children not yet born, that they in turn might teach their children, so each generation can set its hope anew on God, remembering his glorious miracles and obeying his commandments. Then they will not be like their ancestors, stubborn, rebellious, and unfaithful, refusing to give their hearts to God." There's another one. It's in Ephesians. Let's see here. If I can remember where Ephesians is. It's back here, small little section, Ephesians. It says, "Children and parents. Children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord. For this is the right thing to do. Honor your father and mother. This is the first of the 10 commandments that ends with a promise. And this is a promise. If you honor your father and mother, you will live a long life full of blessings." It aggravates me a little bit that, people will say, well, yes, it's your dream, but what about those children that are crammed into that camper? You know what? Our kids are having just as much fun, and this is part of their dream too. We are doing what we think is best for our children, which is getting back to nature, getting back right with God, and doing things the right way. Not relying on somebody else. We rely on God's word. And that was in Ephesians 6, 1 through 4. Now, last one here, this is in Proverbs 22, 1 through 16. Kind of a little bit of a long one here, but it says, "Choose a good reputation over great riches, for being held in high esteem is better than having silver or gold. The rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord made them both. A prudent person forces the danger ahead and takes precaution. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. The deceitful walk a thorny, treacherous road, however, values life will stay away. Teach your children to choose the right path, and when they are older, they will remain upon it. Just as the rich rule the poor, so the borrower is servant to the lender. Those who plant seeds of injustice will harvest disaster, and their reign of terror will end. Blessed are those who are generous, because they feed the poor. Throughout the mocker and fighting, quarrels and insults will disappear. Anyone who loves a pure heart and gracious speech is the king's friend. The Lord preserves knowledge, but he ruins the plans of the deceitful. The lazy person is full of excuses, saying, "If I go outside, I might meet a lion in the street and be killed." The mouth of an immoral woman is a deep pit, Those living under the Lord's displeasure will fall into it. A youngster's heart is filled with foolishness, but discipline will drive it away. A person who gets ahead by oppressing the poor or by showering gifts on the rich will end in poverty. So, with that being said, I believe that following God's word and bringing our children out here living in a camper with little to nothing is better than having everything. You don't need everything on this earth to be happy. You don't need everything on this earth to feel like you are successful. We have 6 beautiful children that God has given us, and we cannot thank Him enough for what He has given us. We have prayed and prayed and prayed for this day, and God finally said, this is it, and we acted on it, and here we are. A lot of this also intended us to be able to get out of debt. We sold our place, we were able to buy this place and be able to put money into the place and have little to no debt. We do have some debt, I'm not gonna lie, but it can be easily paid off quickly, and that's kind of the whole point behind this. I don't want to be under somebody else's rule and under somebody else's foot. I think it was, Granger Smith that had said it. You use a bit in a horse's mouth to control it. So if you're the one with the bit in your mouth, who's controlling your reins? Who's controlling you? The devil? Or are you letting God take over? So that's my little rant, had to get it out there. But truthfully, anybody wants to do anything they put their minds to. No excuses. Well, if I go outside, I might meet a lion, I might get eaten and killed. Well, sometimes you gotta take those chances. Because we did that moving here, and we were terrified. We were literally leaving a comfortable life, living in a house, comfortable job. Not saying I don't have a comfortable job now. Yeah, kind of do. I mean, it's a lot easier, a lot simpler job. I'm basically doing the same thing I'm doing, but it's just a little more laid back than where I come from. Which isn't always, a good thing, whatever, but we moved out here for a reason. We wanted to get away from the stuff. Where we used to live, we were surrounded by absolutely everything. We were near a city. Not saying there's anything wrong with being in a city. But we wanted to get out back into nature. We wanted to move out to some acreage. We want to raise our own food. We want to grow our own food. We want to teach our kids of how to do that, so we're not self-relying on somebody else to feed it to us, because it never works out in the end. So, that being said, I want to get into it. Okay, so as you've seen, we're putting all these hay bales around our camper. We're getting ready for winter. I'd say jumping the gun a little bit, but better to be prepared than, sitting like a duck. But same thing on this side. So the only things with this is we got a heater right here, and we got a water heater right here. So Plan is we stuck pink insulation foam board. It's 1/2 inch. They were 1/2 inch 4x8 sheets. I cut them in half, put them here. And the whole point of this is to be like a windbreak, to keep everything underneath, your water tanks, your water, your stuff like that, insulated and keeping the wind out of it so it doesn't freeze. This creates heat. It's an open flame. This creates heat. It's an open flame. I am going to build something and I will show you later what I'm doing. It's going to be a little contraption that I can build right here, so I can also remove it too, because my drain pipe for my septic comes out right here and it'll be folded up underneath as well, so that way I can unfold it and drain my tanks when I need to in the winter. That'll be tricky. All the way around the camper we stacked 3 high here. Wow, they're back fast. Stacked 3 high here, because it went up over the bumper back into the camper. It does sit a little higher, but what I'm gonna do and start doing is building this box up front here, and it's going to cover the whole front of this. I'm gonna insulate it and I'll put a little door at the front, and that'll be kind of like our little insulated box. And hopefully we if we have to, we could put a heater here inside and it'll help put heat up underneath the camper if we need to. And we also, like I said, we're getting ready for a little get together. We got our little hay rack ride thing here on our trailer, so our bales and stuff are under there. That's what we were doing there too. And then we started moving the rest of the wood and stuff. We're gonna try to get the rest of it moved. Not sure how that's gonna work, but yeah, that's what we're doing right now. And I'm gonna start working on getting this box built. Alright, this is going to be the end of the video. End of one of the videos. I don't know what I was going to be able to be put in here. But as you can see, we're working hard trying to get the little shelter built for the front of our camper. I'll have to show it to you later. I don't know if you can tell, but it started raining on us. I was trying to move as quickly as I could so I could get it insulated and get it covered with the house wrap, so at least it'll shed water a little bit. I know the house wrap probably won't hold all water out, but it's temporary. It'll be what it has to be. We'll probably end up doing a little bit more insulation around like the edges and stuff, because we want to keep it somewhat as airtight as possible. But we'll put bales around it and stuff, and I still got to put a door in the front of it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. God bless you.